Hi everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. Today I have Gina K's new glitter glitz gels for you. Now you had a sneak peek of those at Creativation, and if you want to see that you can check that top right hand corner. And I am super excited because now I have them in the flesh. So first of all, I should tell you, I bought these on release day. So Gina didn't send me these. I was so excited, I just had to buy them and I wanted to share them with you. So today we're going to look at the 9 colors she's released. We're going to look at the stencils she released with them, and I'm going to show you the new tonic silicone spatulas that I'm going to be spreading them with. I've had these for a while. This was the tool that when I did my desktop essentials, I said to you I couldn't show you yet, and I'd been using, and every time I did a video I had to hide them because they are awesome. So we're going to be using those too. Also, the new Therm O Web tape that fits in your tape dispenser is now available. So that will also be linked in the video description, as will any exclusive coupon codes and offers that we have going on, whether it's Gina K, Tonic Studios, all those fun things. They're linked in the video description too. And if you're watching on the blog, they will be linked there as well. So you can check those out. I also have a funny story about Gina's new stamp and stencil range when we get there. Let's dive into the colors though, because she has 9 amazing colors in these glitter gels. So I'm going to start opening these up. So we have a gorgeous gold. Most of them have a coloured glitter in. The black actually has a silver glitter, but you really have all of your holidays covered with Halloween colours, with fall colours, holiday colours. We've got some fun springtime ones here. I really didn't wear the best jumper to be doing this with, but we are going to get messy anyway. And you can just see the amount of sparkle we have here. I love this pink, and I think probably the pink and the teal are my 2 favourites. You can see here. But just look at these, aren't they gorgeous? Look at all of those fun colours. And the white I did test out before. You can mix in your favourite inks and things. Of course, the glitter stays white, but you can mix in some really fun colours and things. Now, she also has this new stencil range here. So we have one that has scrolls and there's some flowers down one side. And this one has some butterflies and some vines up. Now, I have a funny story about these because I ordered all the glitz gels as soon as Gina released them and I put them on our Facebook page. I ordered the stencils, but I didn't kind of read on. Now, caution, because then I found out that those stencils coordinate with a set of stamps. So the idea being you stamp them out, there's a set of dies that go with them, and then the idea is you stencil over the top to add extra details. Well, what a fab idea. Well, I only ordered the stencils until I watched one of Gina's videos and saw, oh, there's stamps that go with it. So I have ordered the stamps, and I will do a separate video on the stamp and stencil system as soon as they arrive. But I'm about to go on a trip, which of course I'll be taking you along with me. But I wanted to show you these glitz gels because I'm just in love with the colors. So we'll be doing that as a separate video coming very soon. So let's dive into how these glitz gel works. And I'm going to use the areas on these detail stencils because you have a main area that works with the stamp, but then you also have a background area that you can add in, which I also think is really cool. So on this one, you have a scroll work area, and then this area coordinates with your stamps. And on this one, you have the leaves, and then this area coordinates with your stamps. So you have a 2-in-1. So you can use these, and of course you could use your butterflies and your flowers with anything. You don't have to use it with the stencil, with the stamps rather. So I'm going to move a couple of these off to the side, and I'm just going to leave them open because we might end up using multiple colours. But I'm going to go with the pink and the blue because I am just in love with these, and I'm going to just put them towards Greg because, hey, I'm sure he wants to be covered in glitter today. And we're going to keep these 2 in front of us. Okay, and I'm going to work on watercolour cardstock. So when I'm working with thick mediums and things, I either will work on something like a Bristol Smooth or on a watercolour cardstock because they're not going to warp on me. I can throw lots of things at them. You could, of course, work on regular cardstocks, and Gina's cardstock works really well, of course, with these. She tested all of those things out. We're going to pop our stencil down, and I'm going to use that great new Therm O Web tape that works in our tape dispenser. I also have a really fun tape dispenser. I really should change it over. I keep meaning to, and then I forget. One thing I like to do is I like to tape my stencil to my paper, and I'll show you why I do it this way. I'm going to do both at the same time, and then we're going to work with different colours on each one. So I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to take this down. And I just want to do is I'm going to get a large piece of regular masking tape, and I'll show you why I'm doing this. And you could use the ThermOWeb tape, but I'm going to put a piece down the edge of here because I don't want any of my glitz gel to go over the edge. And otherwise I might end up with a harsh line, and I wouldn't want that on my project afterwards. Now you can either just tuck it in, do it however you like. And the reason I stick my stencil to my paper and not to my surface is that as I'm in a second going to apply my gel, is it's much easier because now I can turn my project rather than having to turn my whole glass mat or having to kind of work at awkward angles. It's really easy now to just turn this. If you want my top tips for working with stencils with ease, there is a whole video on that. You can check that in the top right hand corner. We have a 2-minute tip. So let's get started with these. These are the new Nuvo silicone spatulas that I have raved about for ages. You get 2 in a pack. You get kind of the typical cooking spatula type, and then you get an angled type. These of course work perfectly with your Nuvo mediums. They're going to fit in the top of all of your jars there. I like both of these. You're going to find there's probably a personal preference as to which one you like to work with, but we'll work with one with each colour. So let's work with our blue first of all. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a mix, and then what we're going to do is just pop it on here. And you see how they're nice and pliable. That's something I really like over a metal spatula. They're non-stick, so none of your mediums are going to stick to them. So they're super easy to clean. How much do we all love an easy clean? They're also great because they allow you to scrape over the top nicely and get a nice even coating. You can see now, so here, I can just turn my project. So low waste, because my medium's not sticking to it, I can scrape it off nicely. See how clean my stencil is because of that pliability of my spatula, where I'm able to scrape off excess medium. So I'll pop that one to the side, and then we're going to work with this one here. So again, I'm going to take a little bit of the red or the pink, I'm just popping it on, and I find this is probably my preference. But the other one's great for getting into the smaller bottles. And then when you're done, you can just give it a nice scrape. Pick up, look at all that excess I can take off with these non-stick spatulas. So you have real low waste, which is awesome. And what I like to do is let it dry for around a minute or two, and then we're going to peel off our stencils. So I've left these for around about a minute, and you don't want to let this set completely because then you're going to have issues with peeling back. And there's a few other things I wanted to point out to you. So this one, you'll notice I cleaned a lot more than the blue one. And so now I can just peel this away and peel this off, and I have a beautiful clean image. I have gorgeous sparkle. Look at all of that beautiful glitz and sparkle in there. And I have a really crystal clear image. Now that's because I have a really nice closed in stencil. I have a nice even covering from the glitz gel with my silicone spatulas. But really the one I wanted to point out to you was on the blue one. So I didn't clean this one as much. That's because it has a lot of open areas. And so you're far more likely to get bleeding. Now the thinner the gel or the medium you're working with, the higher the likely of bleeds. And I can see there's one area that's bled on this one. And I'm going to show you a couple of pointers. So let's peel this off. Now, I didn't get much bleeding, and that's one thing with silicone spatulas you'll find. I got a little bit of a bleed in this area here. It's just where that, in there. Now, the more open areas you have in a stencil, the higher the likely of a bleed. Now, something I've just ordered from ThermOWeb is called Pixie Spray. And that is going to go on the back of your stencils and it's going to stick your stencil down. And that's going to eliminate almost all bleeds. No matter how open your stencil is, you're going to find that Pixie Spray is a temporary adhesive that sticks your stencils down. I am super excited by that. And as soon as I get it, of course, I'll be doing a review on it, but it looks amazing if it does what it says on the tin. And so I'm really excited. That's what that is in there, if you wondered. But the silicone spatulas you'll find really helps because it allows you to put a thinner, more even coat down. And I particularly like the larger edge of that. But isn't that beautiful? Look at how much sparkle and shine you have in there, and such a gorgeous design too. So I am loving these glitz gels. As I say, check out the video description for all of the latest coupon codes, exclusive codes here at Hedgehog Hollow. They're in the video description and in any related blog posts too. They change here almost weekly. Sometimes we have month-long coupon codes. Again, you can check all of those in the video description. Lots of fun things going on here at Hedgehog Hollow. We also have our Hedgehog Hollow subscription kit, which is in that beautiful black and white polka dot box. You can check out all the details in the top right hand corner. Lots of fun things going on here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications of our daily tips, tricks, tutorials, all of those fun things happening at Hedgehog Hollow. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's tutorial. I will see you again tomorrow. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye.